Alright, I'm not sure if I'll ever end up posting this video or not, but if I do, trust me, this video will teach you more about building startups than your whole computer science degree can. I have decided to record my entire journey of building my first AI startup, like recording all behind the scenes of building a startup, showing those late night codings, showing those emotional breakdowns, showing myself being delusional, showing the real small moments of building a startup. I'll be building this startup when right now I'm 19 and I'll be 20 in like 15 days. So, and I'm pursuing computer science. I'm in my junior year. I just got into my junior year. So, I'll be building this startup while being in college. I'm really delusional in my life. I think that I can go places or I can do something big. Like, I'm not sure. I just believe in myself. So I'll just record every single moment of this journey, and maybe nobody will watch it if I post it, but I'll just watch it myself, and it can be a good memory of how it all started. So I'm not going to highly edit this video at all if I end up posting this. I'll just show the real scenes, like all behind the scenes of building a startup. So nothing is hidden, and this is the start of a bigger tomorrow. Okay, so it's 3:30 am in the night, and I'm taking this clip after a few days from the first scene of the documentary. Cause I had like severe cold and flu a few days ago, and I couldn't film this documentary, but I definitely made sure to work on ResFixer during the whole time. I finished planning the app. I decided what features will be in the paid tier of the app and what features will be in the free tier of the app. And I officially started coding the app too. So in this scene of the video, I'll show you everything what I have done until now, and I'll tell you what I learned on building startups during the whole time. Okay, so I'll start with what I learned about how real startups are built during this whole time. So, if you have your own idea, this whole this process of 9 steps will teach you how to validate your idea, like how to go from just an idea to planning about building a startup around that idea. The first thing you need to do is problem clarity. You need to be clear about what you will be solving. For example, you just say, I want to build a social media website, or I say I want to build a resume app. But that's not like problem clarity. That's too vague or too broad, and it doesn't explain anything. Because if you just say I want to build a social media app, there are already thousands, or you can't compete with Facebook like on day one. You have to be specific or go in a niche. For example, with ResFixer, my problem clarity is help people get more interviews or make their resumes better. In a way, I'll fix their resume. I'm not trying to build their resume from scratch. Like, there are already resume apps or companies which are doing that. So my niche is helping people who already have a resume improve their resume and get them more interview callbacks. So, in the same way, you should be clear about the problem you'll be solving with your idea. And the next thing is audience clarity. You need to be clear what will be your audience. For example, with ResFixer, my targeted audience is college students, new grads, intern applicants, or people who are early in their career, like who are just working in the industry for 1 to 3 years, and people who are applying to tech business or in general every role. The thing is, I'm not targeting any senior engineer or people who know everything about resumes deeply. I'm not targeting them. So you should be clear about what will be your target audience. You can just make an app for everyone, or even in your whole life you can't impress everyone. You have to decide what kind of people you will influence, and that same applies to startups. You should be clear about what kind of audience you are like thinking about in mind for that app. So, point third, what exact value your app provides is indirectly related to point first, like whatever I explained in point first. You have to be very specific about what you are going to provide with your startup. It's not like 1960 you will make something and that will boom. No, you have to be specific because that market or today's world like has everything. If you want to like stand out like Facebook or Mark Zuckerberg, you have to build a robot, I think. But if you are building a startup, the world already has everything. You have to make something out of the things which are already out there in the world, or you have to make something which improve solves a problem, or which makes you have to make something better which already exists. For example, there are already resume apps, but I have decided to build something which is better than them or solve a problem which they are not solving. So that's what point 3 describes. You have to decide exactly what exact value your app will provide. And the next 2 points are MVP definition and system design. They sound technical too, but I'll explain you. What's MVP? MVP stands for minimum viable product. So, whenever you decide to create a startup, you don't decide to build every single feature at once. For example, with ResFixer, I'm not building like complete resume app or like a app which does everything for the resume. No, I'll decide a minimum set of features. Like I'll just decide three features. Feature one, like improve your resume. Feature two, maybe a resume builder or maybe a LinkedIn analyzer, or maybe a job matching like feature which just matches a job description with your resume. But in the starting itself, I can't make something which also helps you with your cover letters, which helps you with your resume, or which does a lot of stuff. If you will try to do everything at once in the first version of your app, trust me, you'll either fail badly or you'll just release something without people's opinion. So, the best thing to create a startup is create a minimum viable product, like create an MVP, have an idea, take any idea. For example, I'm taking ResFixer. So the best thing I can do is release ResFixer with just one feature, then waiting for months and like building for a year or 2 years, and then releasing with everything. Maybe after 2 years, the market is different than as now. After 2 years, people need something else. So you should do everything fast because trends change really fast. And even if you will like release something with one feature, it's easy to tell people about what you have built. And if I am telling you that I will be creating ResFixer, that's an idea. But if I will show you like right now on laptop ResFixer with one feature, then that's better than talking about the app. You can easily attract investors. And so, in short, you have to decide what will be in your MVP. So, MVP is just the first version of the app. MVP is nothing other than the first version of the app. You have to decide a set of features you will release your app with, and over the time, you will keep improving the app and keep marketing the app. And in my opinion, and in a lot of other famous people's opinion, that's the best thing you can do. The next point is system design. So it sounds technical, but let me explain you simply. System design for your app will be just how your app is going to function. For example, you'll decide if I'll click on this button, then like AI will do its part, or my logic of the app will work. For example, if I have a button about analyze this resume, that if I click on if the customer or the client will click on that button, then what will happen, and after that how the client will see result. Thinking about your APIs, it sounds technical, but when you will dive into creating your startup, you will understand all this stuff. So that's all like deciding the functioning of your app, what happens after like first step, then next, that all comes under system design. So the next thing is, how are you going to build your app? The build order. Are you going to make it feature by feature, or front end first, or back end first? Front end is just like, are you going to make the app beautiful first, or design the app first, or you will implement the main logic or functionality of the app? And if I have to choose one, I would always say implementing the functionality is the first thing you should do, and then design the app. And that's what I'm doing for ResFixer. Next point is pricing and monetization. After doing all this, you should think about pricing and monetization of the app. Are you going to keep it paid, or are you going to release it for free? And trust me, don't think a lot about this in the starting of the app or before all this, because if you are trying to build something for just for money, trust me, you will quit this in the halfway. The thing, I'm building this video still after like being sick and not like shooting this video for a lot of days. If I would be doing this stuff out of motivation, trust me, I wouldn't be shooting this scene right now. You should be passionate, like you need to be passionate about the stuff you want to do in your life. So think about pricing and monetization after planning everything. And I want to just like clarify to you, don't do stuff just for money. Yeah, I know for me, the end goal is money. And for everyone, the end goal is money. But you need to be passionate about what you are doing in your life. That's the only way to be successful. First, think about your dreams and just be passionate about stuff, and then think about money. Like, money will automatically follow you if you'll do the stuff which gets which gets you an audience, or if you will like try to help others with a product, you will get paid at the end. There is no doubt in that. Okay, so the next point is timeline with milestones. You need to be clear about how long you will take to build the app. For example, for SFixer, I have decided a time window of 2 to 3 months. You can't be just like keep taking 6 months in building the app, or maybe then another 2 months. Just like whenever you start with an idea, keep a time frame for you that by this date I'll build this, by this date I'll build the back end, by this date I'll build the front end, by this date I'll just finish the app. Okay, and the last point is future vision, that indirectly relates to MVP definition. You created an app with the minimum stuff or the minimum features, then you will have a future vision for the app, which you will implement after releasing the app or after having the app in market. You can like do the reverse of that, but according to me, or whatever I learned during this whole time, that's the best way to go to attract investors and to do marketing. So yeah, these all 9 points are the main thing. Like, if you have an idea, just do write these down on paper by paper, like I have done here, and then go through them. Like, take your idea, then see what's my problem clarity, what's my audience, what will be my MVP definition, and go in order. Then you can say, okay, I'm ready to start working now. All right, so according to me, if you follow all these 9 steps, I think you are more than ready with planning your app, and you can move forward. So, decide an idea, think about all these 9 steps. That's all the planning you need to start working or start coding your app. And if I sounded a bit serious or tired during this whole like clip of the documentary, the reason is just it's almost 4:30 a.m. right now, and I will be going to sleep. And in the next clip of this documentary, we'll talk about ResFixer, how I am implementing these 9 points in ResFixer, and I'll show you how I started to code and what I'm using, and we'll just go over ResFixer with these 9 points. All right, it's 12:30 a.m., January 27th, and as I said in the starting of this documentary, I'll show you all the hardships and behind the scenes of building a startup. So today we are having a hardship. Actually, the issue is with the scoring logic of the app, Currently, the app is scoring the docs version of a resume and the PDF version of a resume like completely differently. They're getting different scores. Also, the scoring logic is not like working fine. I have been trying to fix it for the last 2 3 days. Today also I worked like 5 to 6 hours on just this one thing, and nothing is working, to be honest. But my mom raised no loser. So I'll keep working on this app. I'll find a solution to this. And I'm recording this to just show you guys that it's not just the good stuff. And honestly, this is the like first phase when I'm feeling it's hard, it's genuinely hard, I should quit. But I'm not a quitter and I'll definitely not quit. But let me be honest with you. Do I know how to build this app? Honestly, absolutely not. Have I created something of this scale before? Honestly, not. But have I created apps? Yes. And have I created websites? Yes. But just not something of this scale. And let me be very honest with you. By the end of this documentary, you'll be seeing me complete this app in the best way possible. We'll be having the best logic to grade the resume, and I'll put everything I have into this app. I will go back to learning or clearing my knowledge gaps. I'm learning Next.js and just clearing my few knowledge gaps while using AI. And I'm just ready to do anything to make this work. I'm just showing you this scene so you know that what it takes to build a product from nothing.